JR and Big Boy by the whole shebang. Rich Jones. Once upon a time, in the quaint town of Centerville, there lived a late teenager named JR. JR was an eccentric young man with a peculiar fascination for the Frisch's Big Boy statue that stood proudly in the town square. While most people just saw it as a nostalgic relic of the past, Junior found himself strangely drawn to the statue's retro charm and enigmatic smile. JR would often spend hours sitting on a bench near the statue, stealing glances at its larger-than-life figure. He admired its classic checkered overalls, red and white striped shirt, and the perpetual grin that seemed to beckon him closer. To JR, the statue was more than just a piece of sculpture. It was a symbol of comfort and joy in a world full of uncertainties. As days turned into weeks, Junior's feelings for the Big Boy statue blossomed into a full-blown crush. He found himself daydreaming about taking it out on a date, imagining the two of them sharing a milkshake at the local diner or strolling hand-in-hand through the town park. One evening, as JR sat gazing at the statue under the soft glow of the streetlights, an audacious idea popped into his head. What if he could take the Big Boy statue on a secret date without anyone noticing? The thought made his heart race with excitement. Determined to make his fantasy a reality, Junior enlisted the help of his two closest friends, Beaver and Morg. Together, they hatched a daring plan to kidnap the statue for a night of adventure. Under the cover of darkness, they would sneak the statue out of the town square and take it on a clandestine date before returning it unscathed before dawn. On the chosen night, Junior and his friends met at the town square, their hearts pounding with a mix of nerves and exhilaration. With careful precision, they lifted the heavy statue onto a makeshift cart and wheeled it through the deserted streets, trying to stifle their laughter at the absurdity of their mission. Their destination was the old drive-in movie theater on the outskirts of town, a place where JR had always felt a sense of nostalgia and magic. As they arrived, they propped the statue up in one of the empty parking spaces, as if it were a regular patron eagerly awaiting the show. JR set up a portable speaker playing 50s rock and roll music, and they all sat around the Big Boy statue, munching on burgers and fries they had brought along. Under the starlit sky, they shared stories, laughed, and even danced around the statue, feeling like rebellious teenagers in a coming-of-age movie. As the night waned and the first light of dawn began to peek over the horizon, Junior and his friends knew it was time to return the statue to its rightful place. With bittersweet reluctance, they wheeled the Big Boy statue back to the town square, carefully positioning it just as they had found it. The next morning, the townspeople awoke to find the Big Boy statue back in its familiar spot, seemingly untouched. Rumors of its mysterious nocturnal escapades spread like wildfire, but JR and his friends kept their secret, sharing knowing smiles whenever they passed by the statue. From that night on, Junior's crush on the Frisch's Big Boy statue only deepened, but he knew that some loves were meant to be cherished from afar. And as he watched the statue from his favorite bench, he couldn't help but feel a special bond with the inanimate figure that had brought him and his friends together on a magical adventure they would never forget.